Welcome to Your Space Journey, where we venture into the future of space exploration. Your journey begins now.
Get this. A brand new space center, aiming to be the biggest in the U.S., is landing in, get this, Indiana, not Florida, not Texas, Indiana.
It really makes you think, what does a place like Indiana know about outer space that we don't?
Exactly. So we are diving deep into Grand Universe, this massive science, space, and technology campus set to launch in Westfield. We've got articles from local publications painted the picture, and even a message straight from the team behind it.
And it's quite the picture. When they say largest in the U.S., they are not kidding. We're talking bigger than Kennedy Space Center in terms of sheer acreage.
Which begs the question, what are they going to fill all that space with? A whole bunch of cornfields and rocket-shaped water towers.
Not quite. Think less about the physical size, more about the scope of the experience. What's fascinating here is their focus on immersive STEM education. It's one thing to see a rocket on display. It's another thing entirely to step into a replica of NASA's mission control.
You're kidding. They're actually building a full-scale replica. Okay, color me intrigued.
And that's just the beginning. They're talking about a fully operational replica down to the vintage consoles and communication systems.
Wow, so visitors can actually get a feel for what it was like to be in the control room during those pivotal moments in space exploration history.
Exactly. And it's not just about recreating the past, they're also tapping into cutting-edge technology. For example, picture an 8K ultra-high-definition planetarium.
Okay, I'm trying to wrap my head around that. Is 8K resolution really that much different? Wouldn't regular old HD be good enough for looking at stars?
It's night and day. With 8K, you're talking about an incredibly immersive experience. The level of detail, the clarity, the sheer scale of the visuals, it's designed to make you feel like you're actually out there in the cosmos.
I'm starting to understand why they needed all that space. But it sounds like Grand Universe is going beyond just awe-inspiring exhibits. They're really emphasizing the education part of that STEM acronym.
Absolutely. And this is where the partnership with Purdue University's Catalyst program really shines.
Now, that's a detail that caught my eye, too. What exactly does this Catalyst program bring to the table?
It's all about injecting that extra layer of academic rigor and real-world application into the visitor experience. Purdue's known for its STEM programs, and with Catalyst, they're bringing their A-game to Grand Universe.
So we're not just talking about your typical science museum demonstrations here.
Not at all. Think along the lines of students using actual NASA data to track asteroids. We're talking real-world applications, hands-on learning, and the potential to make actual scientific contributions.
Okay, that's way cooler than building a baking soda volcano. What kid wouldn't want to tell their friends they might have discovered the next planet-killing asteroid?
And it's that kind of hands-on, like really hands-on experience that can really spark a passion for STEM, you know? It's not just about memorizing facts, it's about showing young people that science is a verb, something you do, something you can be a part of.
That's a good point. I remember when I was a kid, science museums were all about, like, looking at dusty dinosaur bones and maybe pressing a button to make a light bulb light up. Not exactly the most inspiring stuff.
Exactly, but imagine a kid today at Grand Universe, not just learning about drones, but actually like getting to fly one, learning to code its movements, and then seeing how that technology can be used to help, you know, like farmers monitor their crops and stuff.
Okay, now that's what I'm talking about. That's connecting the dots between textbook knowledge and real-world impact. Speaking of which, the articles mention something about Grand Universe's potential economic impact. What's the story there?
Well, for starters, a project of this scale is going to be an economic engine for the region, right? You're talking about construction jobs, tourism revenue, the whole 9 yards, but it goes beyond that.
Okay.
By investing in STEM education and fostering a new generation of scientists, engineers, tech innovators, Grand Universe is planting the seeds for long-term economic growth. You know, these are the fields that will drive innovation and solve the big challenges of the future.
So it's not just about building a cool space center, it's about building a future-ready workforce.
Exactly. And let's not forget the impact on the community itself, right? Imagine families gathering under the stars at the observatory. Kids dragging their parents to see the latest robotics demonstration. A community buzzing with excitement about science and exploration.
You know, for a bunch of articles in a YouTube video, this is starting to feel like a pretty compelling story. But let's be honest, not every kid who walks through those doors is going to become an astronaut or a rocket scientist.
Yeah. Of course not. But that's not really the point, is it? It's about exposing young minds to the wonders of science, sparking their curiosity. and showing them that there's a whole universe of possibilities out there.
I like that. So even if they don't end up pursuing STEM careers, they'll come away with a greater appreciation for science and its role in our world.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe they'll be inspired to become teachers, writers, artists, entrepreneurs who bring that same spirit of curiosity and innovation to their own fields.
It really seems like Grand Universe is on track to be a landmark achievement. And not just for Indiana, but for STEM education, like everywhere.
Yeah, and that's definitely a legacy worth celebrating, right? Like, this project speaks to a larger movement to make science more accessible and engaging, to inspire the next generation of problem solvers and innovators.
It's like they're launching a mission, not just into space, but into the future of learning.
Exactly. And it's a mission with the potential to reach so far. Beyond Indiana, right? Sparking those similar initiatives across the country and around the world even.
Well, if our deep dive today is any indication, Grand Universe is certainly one giant leap in the right direction.
It really seems like it. And for anyone listening who's feeling that spark of curiosity, remember, this journey's just beginning. Grand Universe's website, granduniverse.org, is like your portal to all the latest updates, concept art, even ways to get involved.
I'm already picturing those I Heart Grand Universe bumper stickers.
Oh, yeah. And don't forget to follow them on social media, too. They're at Grand Universe Space. It's a chance to witness a dream in the making. And maybe even find your own place in that grand vision of a future inspired by science and exploration.
So, as we wrap up our deep dive today, here's a thought to leave you with. What if places like Grand Universe are just the beginning? What if this, this spirit of accessible and engaging and awe-inspiring STEM education, what if that became like the norm rather than the exception? What kind of future could we build then? That's something to ponder, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. The possibilities are truly limitless.
Your space journey.